welcome back to Loco Motive. And where we left off, we finished, I think it was Act 2 or Chapter 2, I can't remember how they call it. And we are no longer the lawyer. We are now a detective writer. Detective slash writer, I guess. Or writer slash detective. Humphrey Herman, something like that. I'm so bad at remembering things. Sorry about that. But we tried to pitch a new book. They were really not on board, these people. These are the publishers. They did not like the ideas. We put it into this machine thing, and it failed. It said, no, it's not making it. It was like some funny little machine. You'll see in the last video. But we now have to try and write or pitch a new book, I think. That's what we're doing now. So we're just going to have a look around, really.
I'm assuming this doubles as the out tray. There's a rejected manuscript in here already.
Okay. I have a feeling that might be something.
What do we have here?
Are we going to plagiarize? Come on now. You're better than this.
I'll just grab a cup of water.
Okay, we've got a cup of water, always handy. So, this is the...
This board is the only thing standing between me and my next published work. I'll need to disable it somehow.
Oh, okay. We're going to try and disable it rather than actually pitch a good manuscript. An interesting maneuver. It's over here.
These boxes likely contain manuscripts from my peers.
I'm guessing we're not going to be nicking them then.
It's a pile of recalled Herman Merman merchandise.
Closer to a towering stack, if you ask me.
I was thinking it's more of a monument to rejection.
Thanks for the input.
Honestly, I'd probably get a Herman Merman figure or plush. They look awesome, right?
The boxes seem to be filled with popcorn.
It's a great loose-fill packaging material, you know.
It's also the cheapest thing we could find.
I'll just take a handful.
Ooh, I got some popcorn.
I already have some packing popcorn.
Okay, so we've got water and popcorn. Hang about.
I have a great deal of sympathy for the pigeon. Misunderstood, not particularly popular, considered a nuisance more than anything.
You know, a lot of our focus testing said the same thing about you, Herman.
I do like pigeons, I'm not going to lie. I've fallen into the space of like TikTok where there's like pigeons which are pets, like really fancy ones, and I've been seeing a lot of them recently on my feed, which is obviously a sign for something, maybe to get a pigeon. Right.
It's a handy slot for receiving manuscripts. One crank of that lever and the board will spring into action.
Okay. So we've had like a look around the room. Let's look at this packaging.
Oh, it's weighty. Could be 70,000 words by my estimate.
I mean, do we just test that one?
I refuse to grant Dirk the satisfaction of having this approved.
Oh, that's the guy who's replacing me. That's his. Interesting. Okay. Now, I have a feeling the pigeon might be something to do with it. So what if I use the popcorn on the windowsill to kind of lure...
Here you go, my fine feathered fellow.
Doesn't seem to care about the popcorn. Maybe we pick up some... Oh. Oi.
Get out of here.
Okay, 1 minute. 1 minute. Okay, so we can move him. Interesting. So, what can we do?
I see a letter opener and a mini stapler.
Ah, we need a letter opener. Okay. The pieces are coming together.
I don't need to call anyone right now.
What happened to the helpline? Okay. I think I know what we got to do. So we put the popcorn down, feed the pigeon, wait until he gets up. Go, 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 go. Go, quickly.
Get away from here, you winged rodents!
Okay. It's really annoying that you have to be round that way of the table. I didn't realise. So now we can use this on that to see the manuscript or change it maybe.
Dirk Chiselton sent over a manuscript? Sorry, Dirk. I need it more than you do.
What's that front page?
It's the cover page I tore from Dirk Chiselton's manuscript.
Okay, 1 minute. What if we put it on that one?
Nope.
Okay, he did not like that idea. That maybe?
No.
What more is there to do?
They won't mind if I borrow this. This looks very familiar.
This is a small bit, isn't it? Cut him open. Stuffing.
It's a pile of sawdust I removed from the doll.
Okay, we can probably use the sawdust and the water together to make a paste, and then pour the paste somewhere in here. That's my guess. And then, okay, I think we're getting there. Oh, I used the wrong click.
That doesn't work.
In the slot?
If I can't win playing by their rules, it's time to mix things
There
up.
we go. We're getting there. That actually didn't take too long. I was worried I was going to be stood around for ages.
Foreign object detected in script input device. Attempting self-cleaning process. Self-cleaning process failed!
Excuse me. The board doesn't seem to be taking any more submissions.
Okay.
How unusual. I've never seen the board do that before.
Herman, were you able to submit your manuscript beforehand?
Indeed, I did.
Very well. Let's see whether the underlying data supports you.
What's happening?
I think the board approves. I can't tell.
Pull the lever again.
It's not.
It's no use. The board is completely fried.
That's not possible.
But without the board, we'd have to...
You couldn't possibly mean.
I'm afraid so. We're going to have to go with our gut on this one.
No! There must be some other way.
How can we possibly decide without empirical data?
Let us deliberate.
Okay, the board's out of the way. They have to now decide and deliberate. Does that mean we just talk to them?
How can I help, Hermie?
Can you approve the suburban burden now?
Come on. You know that pitch was rejected already.
But without the board, you can finally decide for yourself.
It's just not possible, Hermie. Last time I trusted my gut, my stomach hurt for days.
It looks like the board isn't so reliable after all.
There's always bound to be teething issues whenever new technology is adopted. I'm sure the board will be up and running in no time at all.
I suppose you'll have to use your powers of decision-making in the meantime?
Let's not get too hasty. It might not come to that.
They really don't want to make a decision, do they?
Tell me, what would you be looking for in a pitch?
That's a pretty big question. I'm not sure I can make that kind of decision. It's the others you'll have to convince. They're much less receptive to the old Herman charm. Between you and me, I heard a manuscript from Dirk Chiselton landed in our inbox this very morning.
It did?
That's right. So unless you have Dirk Chiselton beat, just consider this whole thing a polite formality.
I think that will be all for now.
Take care, Herman.
Right. So,
No.
I'm confused. Like, I need a new... Maybe I need to find out what they want.
What's on your mind, Mr. Merman?
She wants something, he wants something, and I'm guessing one of them wants romance, one of them wants whatever Dirk Chiselton stuff is, and we combine both the manuscripts and then pitch that.
Would you take
But I think we have to go
another
through the
look at
formality of all
Suburban
these questions.
Suburban Burden was already a hard no. The board made that very clear. We're more than willing to hear another pitch, but I'm afraid we'll have to do it the old-fashioned way.
The old-fashioned way?
Just place your manuscript inside the in tray and let us know when you're ready.
So, have you read anything good lately?
We don't have time to read, Herman.
We prefer to leave it to the professionals.
Isn't that what they are, technically? Professionals.
You have any ideas on what to pitch?
Well, we're open to anything and everything, as long as it fits within the extremely narrow scope of time, budget, and each of our individual needs and desires, naturally.
Wonderful.
Tell me, what are you personally looking for in a pitch?
It's been a little while since I've had to approve anything myself. But I know audiences today want real characters that aren't afraid of showing a little emotion. Realistic characters with emotions and feelings. You know, a little tenderness wouldn't go amiss.
Okay. Tenderness.
I should probably get back to formulating my
romance?
pitch.
Step to it, Mr. Merman.
What do you need, Herman?
Can you approve the Suburban Burden now?
Sorry, Herman, but we still believe the board knew best.
The board is clearly malfunctioning. It must have made a mistake.
Nah, it'd be irresponsible to go against that decision because of a minor technical hiccup.
What happened?
What happened to the board?
We all
I'm
know.
not sure. Something seems to have gummed up the works. You didn't put any liquid in there, did you, Herman?
Of course not!
Me?
It looks like I'll be pitching directly for the time being.
It would seem so. It's been a while since we had to evaluate something ourselves.
Just place your manuscript in the in tray and let us know when you're ready.
What are you looking for in a pitch?
Ah, trying to play to your audience, are we?
Something like that.
Well, I've always been partial to an action thriller myself. Dirk's very good at that stuff, you know?
Indeed.
Oh, yes, he's always going toe-to-toe with danger. I'm practically on the edge of my seat just thinking about it. Just try your best. We aren't exactly expecting a Chiselton thriller from you.
I'll take that into consideration.
Rude. Okay, so
I think that will be all for now.
Take care, Herman.
What I think we do is combine the Dirk Chiselton and the romance manuscript.
No!
Why? Why won't it let me do that?
It's where all the incoming mail eventually ends up. It's a very thick manuscript. Ah, typical overachiever.
One minute. What if I put this in?
It's the romance novel I retrieved from the bin. Perhaps I should have left it there.
Well, now let's... It might have a chance now because... If I put them both in, like that, maybe? A little bit of action, a little bit of romance.
What's on your mind,
Let's see if that worked.
Mr. Merman?
I should
Step.
I'm ready. How do I say let's get to it?
What do you need, Herman?
I think...
Take care, Herman.
One minute. So I've got the romance. So if I go Dirk Chiselton first, then romance, and then
There, that should do it.
boom. Okay,
Allow
it was
me
free that
pitch
needed to be
my
combined.
latest manuscript. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised.
We'll be the judge of that.
How does it make
Oh,
any sense?
another one of your wacky adventures, Herman. Here, Florence. What do you think?
He's rough and daring, but he has a soft, caring side. Well done, Herman. What say you, Thomas?
My word, this is a lot more violent than your usual stuff, Herman. I think I preferred the classic, silly Herman adventures.
Sorry, Herman. We don't think the script is a good fit for us right now.
If you have anything else you'd like to pitch, we...
Take this back and give it another go.
I understand. Oh, for goodness sake, I get it. So I'm putting it in the order that they will read it. So I need to do my one first. No, is it? That's his one. Then the romance for the lady, and then the Chiselton
There,
for
that should do
the guy. So the guy will love all like the
Allow
violence
me
and stuff.
to pitch my latest manuscript. I think
We got there in
you'll
the
be
end.
pleasantly surprised.
We'll be the judge of that.
So he should now love it.
Now, this is more like it, Herman.
Then she'll love it because
He's
of the
rough and
yeah.
daring, but he has a soft, caring side. Well done, Herman.
And then he'll love it because it's the silly capers like usual.
This may even compare to Chiselton's best work, no doubt about it.
Now that's what I'm talking about. A classic, silly Herman adventure. The narrative is a little pedestrian at first, but then it really digs its hooks in.
Are you sure we can't check with the board, just in case?
I don't think the board's about.
I think those were noises of approval. I really can't tell.
All right, we've got something here. Let's make it happen, Herman.
What do you need from us, Herman?
I was wondering if I could get paid in advance.
You didn't tell me he was funny.
Ooh.
One moment, Herman. Yes? It's for you, Herman. Were you expecting a call?
I don't believe
Wonder
so.
who it is.
Yes. Oh, indeed. Of course. Thank you for the opportunity, Lady Unterwald.
Oh, right, of course.
Herman?
Ladies and gentlemen, it appears I have a train to catch. But you shall have your story.
Boom. We finally got the pitch done.
Herman Merman, we meet at last. Welcome aboard the Royce
What the
Express.
heck was he in
Lady
there?
Unterwald. What is the meaning of this?
Please accept my apologies for the unusual manner of your arrival. As I'm sure you can understand, a certain amount of discretion was required.
Indeed?
Forgive me, you must be wondering what it is you're doing here aboard my train.
I assumed you required the services of a world-famous detective.
Oh, my goodness, no!
Oh, I thought that's what it would
A
be.
world-famous detective running amok on my train. Everyone would be losing their minds before supper. I hear you're writing your next novel. I felt you could adequately mask your activities as a working novelist. To the average passenger, you'd simply be researching your next story. Do you think you could do that, Herman? Keep a low profile, not cause a scene?
Well,
Well, I could always call Dirk Chiselton. It wouldn't be as clean, but...
I'll do it. Herman Merman never backs away from a case.
Lady Unterwald.
Away! Back into the case with you!
Lady Unterwald, please. Forgive me if I am intruding.
Not at all, Mr. Lou. What a pleasure it is to see you again.
Please, I must insist you call me Jean. Here, I brought you something.
Oh, another bouquet. You certainly know how to flatter an old gal.
I thought it was a
not
pineapple.
Quite. It's a chili plant, a particularly fiery variety. It reminded me of you, my lady.
Oh, my goodness, John. You turned me bright red. But I know you didn't come all this way just to flatter me.
Indeed. I was wondering if you'd given any more thought to my proposal. If you're considering selling your legacy, I want you to know that it'll be in good hands.
Look, John,
You need more time to consider, of course. There are still a few more hours before the speech. I'll leave you to weigh your options.
You're most kind. Thank you, Jean. All right, you can come out. This is why you're here, Herman. I need you to keep an eye on Mr. Lou for me.
Oh, you think Mr. Lou has an ulterior motive?
At the very least, I suspect he doesn't have my full interests at heart. And there's also the question of my family, who will undoubtedly be sticking their noses into my business. I've got them sufficiently shaking in their boots ahead of my speech. But keep an eye out for any trouble, will you?
I'll certainly do my best, Lady Unterwald.
I've secured a suite for you on board, room 304. Just let me know if you find anything untoward.
Of course, Herman Merman won't let you down.
Get to it then, Detective.
Okay, so from my opinion, I think there's one of three things, when you solve it, this is what the one of three things it could be. One, Lady Unterwald has planned all this because she's broke and she's trying to get away with some sort of money and everyone thinks she's dead. So she like fake murdered herself. 2, that Mr. Jan Lu, I think his name was, is the person who killed her because if she was gonna sell, maybe she's going to sell and then it didn't work. But the paperwork was already going through, so if she died, he would be able to buy it. Or the third one, she is gonna sell the legacy sort of thing, but the family find out and someone or the whole family kill her so that she doesn't go through with it and they get it. But obviously the will then kind of scuppered that. So it's one of those 3, I think. Which one, I'm not sure. But we are now back on the train just before the murder as Herman Merman, detective. And we're going to do a little bit of snooping for Lady Unterwald. Very interesting way like that they've structured it. So we've gone back in time, and that is like and there's different characters. I wasn't expecting. I just thought you'd be playing as the same character throughout, but I'm enjoying it so far. It's a fun story. There are a bit moments where I'm like, I have no idea what I'm doing, but most games have that for me, so it's not a negative against it. But we're going to finish that video here, and we're going to come back for the next bit. So remember to come back to find out more, to see if maybe one of my theories might be correct. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you when I see you.